Hi everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with Rubber Stamp Tapestry and another design team project, and I am going to use the peg set called Tapestry Hearts. Now this is one of their older sets, but it is, I believe, still available, and if not, they may have it as individual pegs, so I of course will have that linked down below. So, of course, we are close to Valentine's Day. It is fast approaching, just like all the holidays are. Wish they would hang around just a little bit. So, this is what the peg stamp set looks like. It is a 4-peg stamp set. It's got 2 large pegs, a medium and 1 small. All right, at least that's how we refer to them. So, we've got an extremely nice size heart, some greenery, and we have a couple different styles of greenery and a branch, and then a flower that you can add to it. Now remember, with your peg stamps, we have a registry. We have a line that goes down the side of the peg stamp so that you know which way and how this is going to look when you stamp it onto your piece of cardstock or paper or whatever it is that you are using to stamp these with. That's the other beauty when it comes to these peg stamps. They are red rubber. So you can use, red rubber is resilient, which is wonderful, you know, especially if you put just a little bit of oil on them, you know, glycerin on them, you know, you can stamp them into clays and so forth. So again, just something else to think about. So I've pulled in a die from my stash, one of my heart dies. This is my Sizzix nested heart die. I'm placing that down onto my cardstock because I'm stamping the sentiment, share the, and then it's a heart. This is the stamp set by Rubber Stamp Tapestry. This is one of their clear sets that they have. Again, it'll be listed down below. So I just wanted that heart there to know where I needed to stamp that. I'm also going to take a pencil and go around the outside of the die. By going around the outside of the die and making sure you stamp along that line, you're sure that your die cut will be inside the pencil line, so you won't see it, so then you won't have to worry about erasing it. And that's wonderful because I always forget to erase the line. I'm just saying. Let's be real. Always forget. So I've grabbed a few colors of my Desiree K inks. I've grabbed Innocent Pink and Dusty Rose, and that's what I'm going to use to stamp the heart in. Now again, I can keep turning this heart or this image by looking at where the registry is, because that line goes at the bottom of the heart, where the heart comes down to a V. That's where that registry is. So I know that all I have to do is just turn that, and the way that I will turn it, that's the way the heart will look. I am now coming in with the flower image, and I am stamping that in red velvet. I'm now coming in with Key Lime, and that's going to be one of the colors for the greenery. It's going to be like a shade to the back, and you can see I'm kind of going around the sentiment, but not. I mean, I am going to come right up into this sentiment. Here's your key when it comes to your peg stamps. Stamp with your larger image, go down with the smallest peg. So, and everything in between, of course, would be in between. But that's one thing that I love with these peg stamps. There's nothing that you have to, okay, this has to be perfect. Okay, this has to go right there. No, you can have fun. I mean, I am just having a ball just stamping. Just having fun stamping this image, creating those layers, creating those items going above, and just having fun with it. So you can see, I can still see my sentiment. I can still see that because I used charcoal brown for that from Desiree K. But I am going to be able to make that stand out just a little bit more. You kind of do lose it just a little bit. And for me, I'm going to first die cut my image out. So now I'm going to pull in that die. And I am going to run that through my Spellbinders Platinum 6. There is my piece. So I've got this great pattern paper background, but I was able to go around my sentiment. Now, when I put this on my pink piece of paper, which is cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, my fingers are tapping. That means I'm thinking, did not like the pink. However, I did enjoy this green. So again, let your eyes tell you, you know what, this doesn't look right. You know what, this just does not seem right. They will tell you. And then just keep playing with the colors until your eyes, you'll actually say, oh, okay, yeah, I like that. It does happen. At least for me it does, but then again, I'm different. Let's just go with that. So you can see the difference once I place that on the olive green cardstock. Now, what also helps by placing it on that, the hearts pop off. We're able to see them more. Then when I had it on the pink, I didn't see them as well. It's almost like it did the reverse. It made the green pop and pushed back the pink hearts, and I wanted those to stand out. The double-sided foam tape that I'm using right now is by scrapbook.com. It is something that they've recently launched, and I got the 1 inch wide. I'm good cutting down my pieces of foam. I can get the exact piece and size that I need. And plus, I think I get more use out of it when I do that, when I buy the larger, the wider strips. Very economical. They're always having sales on this. And so far, I love the way the release paper comes off. It is nothing to fight over. I do not believe, though, honestly, that they're as big. You know, they don't have as much yardage. You know, a lot of them that are out there, like the 3M has, I think, 36 yards. Now, I do love my 3M for my shaker cards. It's the only thing that I'll use to make my shaker cards. I haven't tried it yet with scrapbook.com, but you'll know, yes. More to come on that. So I have my card base here. It is a standard A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. In this case, it will be a top folding card base. I'm going to use my liquid adhesive, my art glitter glue, to adhere this down. And basically that panel, that green panel, is going to cover up the front. And that's the beauty of that. You can make any card base any color just by having your panel a different color and making sure that it covers the front. So once that's set in place, again, I've got to work on that sentiment and bringing it up. So I dug into my, oh my God, I forgot the name of them. That's horrible of me. Hang on there. So these are the Stickles. Stickles, that's it. Had to go get one. Yes. Yeah, even when I'm doing a voiceover, I can make people laugh hysterically and think I'm weird. So I'm going to fill in the heart. And by filling in the heart, that's going to pull that sentiment out and help to make that stand out a little bit more, because your eye is going to draw right into that heart. So even though I lost the sentiment just a little bit, by doing that, your eye automatically goes to it and they see the sentiment now. So I do hope you enjoyed this. Again, just using dies from your stash, or even just cutting out an image. You don't necessarily need a stash. With your peg stamps, you can create a beautiful, beautiful backdrop or your own pattern paper. So again, I hope everyone enjoyed this. All the products I used will be listed down below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below as well. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I would love for you to be part of my group. For those of you that have subscribed, thank you, and I am forever grateful for you being here, and enjoy giving you and showing you something a little different with what you have in your stash. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you are enjoying the day, but make sure you're doing what's most important to me. Always be creative.